durable state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
CBS Mornings, right here on WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, communities across the UP are coming together to honor those who've served our country. In Escanaba, a Veterans Day service featured heartfelt stories and a drum circle. Plus, other UP veterans are calling for more support from the state. We'll have the details from Lansing. And it's now on the House of Representatives to approve the government funding bill before it heads to the president's desk. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP. This is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Welcome in, and a first look at your forecast as we head into tonight. We have definitely seen our fair share of snow, so as these temperatures start to get above freezing for tonight, the precipitation is not guaranteed to be snow. We will have some mixing in there, and even places like up to Houghton, we'll see some rain. We have temperatures into the upper 30s and lower 40s across the Upper Peninsula for tonight. And as we head into the rest of the night, we should dry things out. Temperatures into the upper 30s. I'll have an update on your full forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Today, communities across the UP are honoring local heroes who've served in America's armed forces. In Escanaba, the Delta County Veterans Council held its annual Veterans Day service at the Chamber of Commerce. Area veterans spoke about the sacrifices they've made and remembered the service members who never returned home. The Escanaba School's Indian Education Program performed a drum circle to recognize those who've served, and one veteran read a poem he wrote for his fellow service members.
God bless the men and women who serve to keep our country free. Keep doing what you're doing, because freedom is not free. And God bless America, the land of the free.
The ceremony concluded with a 21-gun salute and the playing of taps. As the nation marks Veterans Day, several Upper Peninsula veterans are calling for continued support for those who've served. They joined congressional candidate Callie Barr last week to discuss how the ongoing government shutdown is affecting veterans' access to food and medical benefits. They spoke about the importance of unity and diversity to military strength while expressing concerns about disruptions to VA services and mental health care. They're emphasizing honoring their service means ensuring no veteran is left without the care they need.
We need them back up and running, and that we cannot cut the Veterans Administration down like it has been proposed, and then expect our servicemen and our veterans to thrive.
We'll have more from those UP veterans tonight at 11:10 Central. Veterans across the country have been feeling the impacts of the now 6-week government shutdown. However, last night, the U.S. Senate passed a funding bill that is expected to reopen the government in a matter of days. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is here to break down what the funding measure means for our nation's heroes. Brendan, good evening.
Hey there, Kevin. Good evening to you. Yeah, from paused SNAP benefits and veteran services to travel disruptions and missed paychecks, the consequences as a result of this shutdown are pretty severe. However, there is a glimmer of hope. The end may be in sight, with a final vote scheduled in the House before the end of the week. President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance honoring America's veterans Tuesday.
Generation after generation, America's warriors have left behind the comforts of home and family to face violence, evil, and death so that our families could know joy, goodness, and peace.
The Veterans Day event at Arlington National Cemetery comes hours after the Senate passed a key funding measure that is expected to reopen the government through January 30th and restore veteran services that have been impacted over the course of the 6-week shutdown.
We're opening up our country. Should have never been closed.
The broader funding package includes 3 full-year appropriations bills that deal with the legislative branch, the Department of Agriculture and Food Stamps, military construction, and Veterans Affairs. For the VA, it would mean full funding for veteran medical care and benefits, investments in counseling and training programs, and the preservation of national military cemeteries and memorials for an entire year.
Our troops will get paid for the entire year. Our VA employees will get paid for the entire year.
Congressman Nick Langworthy says it will provide certainty for veterans regardless of what happens after January 30th.
If for some reason the other side wants to add dramatic effect again, they can't hurt people like they could if those appropriations bills were not attached.
For over a month, regional VA benefits offices around the country have been closed. The GI Bill hotline shut down, as have several career counseling and transition assistance services. And Kevin, that deal reached in the Senate also includes an agreement to reverse many of the firings of federal workers during the shutdown, as well as to ensure that federal workers are paid what they are owed. However, the one thing that was notably absent was that extension for the ACA tax credits that Democrats fought very hard for. Without that extension, they say healthcare costs for millions of Americans are expected to skyrocket. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Kevin, back to you.
Brendan, thank you very much as always, sir. For the first time since mid-September, the House will be back in session on Wednesday. Members will vote on the Senate's bill to reopen the government. House Republicans believe they have enough support to pass it. If it does pass, it would end the record-long shutdown. The bill would fund the government through the end of January. It also includes 3 full-year appropriations bills. One of those bills would fund SNAP benefits through the end of September. The bill does not include the extension of enhanced subsidies with the Affordable Care Act, as Brendan mentioned, which was the Democrats' sticking point for funding negotiations. House Democratic leadership is already telling their members they will not support this measure because it doesn't achieve their goals on the ACA. New York Representative Nick Langworthy tells us members are eager for the shutdown to end.
The reality is the American people have had enough. The members of Congress have had enough. And it's time for us to move on with the business of the American people and do what we were elected to do. It has been an embarrassing period for our country to have our government shut down, for it not to be responsive.
And as mentioned, we do expect the House to vote on this measure tomorrow evening. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Kelly will let us know if we have any more snow coming the Upper Peninsula's way. And later in sports, Mike Ludlam gives us the highlights from this past Saturday as the Menominee High School football team continues their impressive playoff run. We'll be right back.
CBS Friday is all new, and it's not just another night of television. It's a smoke show.
Guilty as charged. How do you keep the personal and professional separate? That's not what we do. I know when something's up, something you're not telling me.
There's something.
Danny, you have a reputation.
Yeah, for getting things done.
CBS Fridays heating up. All new episodes Friday starting at 8/7 Central and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The cover of Playboy.
Lori Harvey on J-Hood.
What your parents have to say?
Is she naked?
And so then he sees and he's like, oh, this is nice. I'm like, thank you guys.
Plus,
ballet is for everybody.
twins who found purpose in their passion.
Thank you for bringing ballet to the Jennifer Hudson Show.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 4 on WZMQ CBS. Followed by The Kelly Clarkson Show at 5 and 19 News at 6.
When you need a body shop, skip the corporate shops and outside investors. Go with your hometown body shop, Superior Collision. Our family opened Superior Collision in 2002, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. Some places talk about community. We actually stand with our community, donating monthly back into Marquette County. When you need collision repair, choose Superior Collision, your local hometown body shop.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's Black Friday sale. There's Black Friday specials in both stores. Like these premium leather La-Z-Boy rocker recliners are just $6.49. And this La-Z-Boy rocker recliner is just $2.99. This new mattress here with Black Friday specials from all our mattress companies. Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Serta. Get a Serta Perfect Sleeper Queen or full-size mattress with a power adjustable base for just $5.99 while they last. It's our Black Friday sale. Shop Shunks at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We're kind of debriefing, trying to transition from that major snow event through the rest of the week. And I just want to show you the watches and warnings page. We saw our fair share of winter weather advisories. The only thing we have going right now is a gale warning, and that's mainly because of the wind. So still not going to be the best conditions to maybe get out on the water by any means. But here's a look at your first warning weather futurecast. Even when we do get breaks in the precipitation, that doesn't necessarily mean, or at least for tomorrow, for the rest of tonight and tomorrow, we'll see breaks in the cloud cover. It's still going to be a bit overcast and some light showers mixing here and there, but we finally get some of that green back. We will see those temperatures rising back above freezing, even staying like that for the most part into the overnight. But places with higher elevations, definitely a better chance of still seeing some of that mixing going on. And we still do see some of the characteristics of lake effect here, but again, with warmer temperatures, it's not guaranteed to be snow, but it's also not guaranteed to completely be rain. So we'll still have some of that slushy wintertime mess going on. So the commutes for tomorrow morning will likely still be slick, but then Thursday we have really decent clearing on the way. Should see plenty of sunshine throughout the day. But I still want to give you an update on any of those leftover snowflakes that we'll begin to see for the rest of the next few days. Still a very low chance, but then we might see a bit of some snowflakes flying around in the overnight of Wednesday. Wednesday morning commute really shouldn't have any issues with some snow here, and then we advance all the way to Thursday, and we are all the way down into the low chances. Now, this is just the snow outlook. This doesn't take into account any sort of mixing with rain. So now I'll show you the rain chances for the next 24 hours. And basically those places where it was low snow, we still could see some rain. So unfortunately, there's two different maps just to kind of show you the two different types of precipitation they could be. Again, just surface level rain versus snow, but there's still freezing rain, there's still sleet. We do spike up to the Houghton area for your Tuesday night here, and then we should see the isolated mess going on with the rain over Marquette, Escanaba, and Houghton, really across the entire Upper Peninsula for the next 24 hours. We still have those lake effect type of winds in control, and they will be gusty, especially over the waters here. But then on land, we should still see about less than 10 miles per hour. So we'll start to see those winds diminishing, which is always a good sign too. And if we look into the next 6 to 10 days, of course, we saw those really cold temperatures sub-freezing, but then advancing beyond that 6 to 10 days, it does seem like we're going to be trending warmer than average. So that means if we do have another of one of those systems on the way, it's not going to likely be another type of snow event. Even for tonight, again, the temperatures will be above freezing for the most part across the Upper Peninsula. So we still could see some mixing, you know, even about 36, 37, even pushing 38 degrees. There still could be some wet snowflakes, but at least we start to transition away from the snow and we get some rain. But there is decent clearing on the way for the rest of the week, and the weekend looking much warmer for Saturday, but cooler for Sunday.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much again. Coming up next on Insights, we're talking with Marquette Algerisa about the return of the CTE extravaganza. We'll hear about how it's giving students a head start on working towards joining the workforce. That conversation's in 2 minutes.
Before you go to extremes to fix sagging and wrinkles with expensive injections, try this first, Olay Regenerist. In a survey of women, 71% said their skin was visibly firmer in 2 weeks without painful prices. For me, it's only Olay.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who suffer from an upset stomach after a big meal? Try Pepto-Bismol. Unlike some products, Pepto coats and soothes your digestive system to provide fast 5-symptom relief. Stock up on Pepto today.
Kelly's all new, and I'm bringing the fun.
You better. It's Ken Jeong. I heard you shut down a dance floor.
Yeah, yes.
Was that planned?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't sober at the time.
Plus Marilyn Rice Cub. It's hard to follow someone crawling on the ground. I think I brought a little heat. I liked it. Definitely. You're making me feel hot.
You look so good. The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
The CBS Evening News, original content.
The U.S. is short about 3,000 air traffic controllers.
Is that an effective way to train?
There's new life for the city of Youngstown.
You're letting the light back in.
The CBS Evening News.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine? How much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call CarShield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-859-0084.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion. Learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. Today on Insights, we're talking to the Marquette-Alger Regional Educational Service Agency about an event to get students interested in career and technical education programs. Here with the details is CTE Director Eric Ziegler. Eric, always good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
I think we were talking last July this past July was the last time I saw you. The CTE extravaganza, we talked about this before, but for those at home who are not familiar, fill us in.
Yeah, we are connecting students with local professionals in the community and getting students in front of these professionals that care about their careers and connecting students for their future.
Mm-hmm. And so how does it go? How do the students connect with them and make those relationships?
Right, so we have an 8th grade event where we have career-themed rooms with professionals from the community, and 8th graders are rotating from room to room, getting an idea of everything from business to manufacturing to healthcare to human services, natural resources, arts and communication, you name it, we've got it in the Upper Peninsula. We have people that care, and we have students that care, and so connecting students with these professionals is our goal.
Sure, and getting them in front of these professionals, them talking to them and all that, how much of an impact does this have for them, you think?
I think it has a great impact. Our mission is students and rural communities, and so I think connecting students with these professionals it's a great opportunity to show students what is available in their area, what things can they strive for, meeting adults that care. That's always important, and doing it with careers and jobs in mind. That's our goal.
All right, good stuff. And you mentioned it a little bit for the 8th grade students for the daytime part of this event. What are they going to be experiencing?
So 8th graders are going to be rotating during the day. We've got all of our 8th graders from Marquette and Alger County, so over 650 8th graders, a lot of energy, rotating from room to room and getting an idea of the different careers. And then in the afternoon, we have a job fair to where we invite all of our high schoolers from the 2 counties to have more of those one-on-one conversations with professionals and meet people that can help them in their future and possibly land a job. We had a few last year that ended up with jobs leaving, and always a good thing.
Excellent. And what kind of careers or jobs are we talking about, Aaron?
Again, lots of different things going on in the Upper Peninsula. We've opened it up to professionals from the area, always looking for more if there's people that are interested. But we had over 50 professionals last year, and we're on stride to have about the same again this year. So.
All right, good stuff. And this is kind of a recent event that just came into being. So how far do you see this going in the future?
This is our 2nd annual, and we had a good event last year, and we're excited to make it an every year thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, gotcha. Eric, anything you think students or maybe even their parents should know about before the big day?
I think it's important to have these conversations with students. We're starting with 8th graders, but really it can go below that. And we're going to bring those 8th graders in, introduce them to a lot of professionals that care. And I think we try to follow up with the day with supports, but I think at home, continuing those conversations, and the old "it takes a village" is true, and we're doing our part and continue to work together with everybody.
All right, good stuff. And you mentioned to me earlier that the website right now is facing a little bit of maintenance. We're getting some things straightened out there, but let's give the name of the website first, and then how we can go about contacting right now.
Feel free to reach out to the website, maresa.org, maresa.org, or you can reach out directly to me via my email, eziegler@maresa.org, or my phone number, 906-226-5100, 5100.
All right, good stuff. Eric, good to see you again, my
Yeah,
friend.
good to see you. Yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, and Mike Ludlam will have your sports highlights when we come back. He'll show us the matchup between North Dickinson and Lake Linden-Humboldt as they both fight to remain in the playoffs. And he'll bring us the highlights from an absolute nail-biter between NMU men's soccer and Purdue Northwest. We'll be right back in just about a couple minutes.
The tragic flash flood at Camp Mystic in Texas. New lawsuits claim negligence and a failed emergency plan cost the lives of 25 girls and 2 counselors.
And the battleship North Carolina, a symbol of American heroism. How it was saved from scrapping by a statewide drive led by school children. That's tonight's Eye on America on the CBS Evening News.
Update your home with new GE appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. GE appliances are built to last, have print-resistant finishes, and offer high performance with energy efficiency. Kirkish has a large selection for both kitchen and laundry. Free delivery and 0% financing.
Tonight.
The inmate escaped from Morris Federal Prison. It's actually one of Gibbs' first cases.
We got a dead body here!
There was a bullet in his heart.
Everyone in this town is lying to us.
Now it's our turn to finish it.
Over the years, the outside changes, but inside, you still feel all the same things.
Mark Harmon returns in the NCIS crossover event. CBS Tonight and streaming on Paramount+.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Ceiling fans can help reduce your utility bill during cold winter months by circulating warm air around your room. Get this Covington ceiling fan for $139.99 after rebate. Elevate the look of your home with new carpet. With stylish designs and excellent durability, Ashbury carpet is perfect for basements, playrooms, home offices, and more. It's on sale now for 89 cents a square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
I'm Drew Carey from The Price is Right here on TV 19.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
The Window Store Home Improvement Center is your clear choice for quality products and expert installation. We have a thorough and seamless process, start to finish. From the moment you meet our friendly staff, you'll be amazed by their attention to detail. Our team of experienced professionals take pride in their work, and with our 2-year warranty on all installations, you'll have peace of mind knowing your investment is protected. Plus, we service the entire Upper Peninsula. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Everyone, the Menominee Maroons football team has been clicking on all cylinders so far in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. The Maroons easily earned a Division VII district final trophy over McBain Saturday. The Maroons had the ball first after an illegal procedure penalty. Tanner Terkoff took the snap, started left, and did not stop. Outrunning the Ramblers defense 78 yards for the touchdown, 7-0 Menominee. UP Sports Hall of Famer and 3-time Menominee State Champion coach Ken Hofer was in his usual place along the sideline. Second drive, third play, Terkoff looks to pass and found Dawson Bardowski rather wide open. Good for another 78 yards on the score, 14-0 Maroons. But McBain came back to life on the next drive. Menominee coaches said the ball was going to number 2. They were right. That's Lakai Campbell. And 48 yards later, he was in the end zone. The extra point was blocked by Bardowski, 14-6 Menominee. Clayton Miller carried the ball into the end zone for 2 touchdowns, the second from 12 yards, and the Maroons were up 28-6. The Ramblers tried passing on their next drive. Number 11, Dylan Beal, picked off his second pass of the half, and the Maroon and White were back in business. That led to a short TD run by Terkoff to make it 35-6. And as you can imagine, a lot of McBain players and maybe some of their coaches had their hands on their hips in disbelief with what was happening on the field. Cherkov threw another big parabola near the top of the light tower and connected with Bardowski to make it 42-6 at the half. Continuous running clock in the second half. Maroons won 49-6. Coach Chad Brandt knew his team did a really good job earning the district title.
Offensively, we continued being explosive. Our kids play fast, and we got a lot of weapons, and it starts up front with the linemen, and they keep doing their job, and we spread the ball around. We have some guys that can really scoop. And then defensively, I thought it took us 2 series till we settled in. After that, I thought defense played well all day.
Menominee hosts the Shelby Tigers this Saturday in a regional final. Kickoff is set for 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Central Time. Menominee is 11-0. Shelby is 7-4. Meanwhile, in 8-player Division II, Lakeland and Hubble visited North Dickinson. Lake struck first. Brady Axford, Tyler Axford, 6-0 Lakes. North Dickinson wasted no time responding. Brady Youngworth from a few yards. That made it 8-6 after the 2-point. They would be at it again. Youngworth to Trenton Kramer on the pass, 16-6 Nordics. Undeterred by the stout Nordic offense, the Lakes pulled out a little trickery, fooled our camera person. Josh Davatilla uncorks one, and it ends up in Brady Axford's hands, and he's going to outrun the secondary. They get that one in the end zone. Missed a 2-point, though, so North Dickinson still led 16-12. Coming out of halftime, Lakes were knocking on the door. However, they came up a couple inches short on a goal line stand by North Dickinson. And that would get things going for the Nordics again as Youngworth, the Kramer, strikes. He puts it in the end zone. Nordics roll 32-12. North Dickinson meets Onekama Saturday in Marquette at 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Central Time. For the second time in program history, the NMU men's soccer team hosted a playoff game against Purdue Northwest, looking for their first ever playoff victory. Northern started quickly, jumping out to a 2-0 lead thanks to a brilliant corner kick from Alessandro Cialanga to Toon van Hensewinkel, and the header came at 8:32 of the first half. Quint Van Roy made it 2-0 at 12:11, but the Pride scored to tie it. Then that's the first round of the shootout. Jan Hoffman scored for Northern. Finally, in the 8th round, EIGHTH round of the penalty kicks, Ian Weimer gives NMU a lead, and the Pride's attempt went over the crossbar, and pandemonium started at that point. The Wildcats won the penalty kick 6-5 to win their first ever playoff game at home. Head coach Alex Fadovich is excited for the next step.
Well, we split with Saginaw, so who's going to bet against us in the Final Four? Not us, right? Let's go. I mean, they're going to be up for it. We're going to be up for it. It's a neutral site game, and let's go. We're excited for it.
NMU now prepares for the second-seeded Roosevelt Lakers this Friday at Saginaw Valley State at 2 o'clock. That'll be the second semifinal of the day. By the way, the NMU women's soccer team shut out Ferris State this afternoon 2-0 and advances to the semifinals later this week. We'll have high school volleyball regionals tonight at 11. Kelly and Kevin will be right back.
We examine lab results closely. We monitor treatment progress meticulously. But what we see is you. We see how cancer affects the life you lead and touches the love you share. Even as we practice the latest treatments and consider the most advanced options, what we see is how we can provide the best possible care for you. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Cancer Care. What we see is you.
Our home, full of beauty, energy, and opportunity. But in today's world, your business needs more than foot traffic. It needs screen traffic. That's where PowerPlay Digital comes in. Digital advertising that delivers. We bring your message to life on streaming platforms, mobile apps, websites, social media, and beyond. Reach more people, grow your brand, get results. PowerPlay Digital. Put your business in front of the eyes that matter across every screen.
This is home, it's where we get along. This is home, and together we're strong. Oh, this is home. This is home, it's our town, it's our song. This is home, this is where we belong. Oh,
Welcome back. A final look at your forecast throughout the rest of tonight. Of course, it'll still be cold and we still could see some of that rain-snow mix, but at least we still see temperatures into the upper 30s, even some lower 40s up towards the Eagle Harbor area, up to Houghton through Ontonagon, staying mostly dry too. And across Wednesday, things will be mostly dry and on at least the warmer side. We are going to transition away from snow into some warmer temperatures. Really nice clearing on the way for the next few days, and I'll have more in your forecast at 11 o'clock.
Sounds good to me, Kelly, and that's all the time we have for right now, everyone. More headlines coming your way at 11:10 Central. We'll see you then.
The bill as amended is passed.
Using planes, trains, and automobiles.